Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, yes, this does look very weird, but today I'm just going to go over some stats that I've picked up from the past 2 weeks and ranked. So all the circles that are in blue, that was week 1. All the circles that are in red are in week 2. So for example, this red dot right there, that is Cabrera from week 2. And that blue dot there is Cabrera week 1. And then I'm just looking. This blue dot here, that was Rosario for week 1. This red dot there, that's Ahmed Rosario for week 2. And who is the higher one? So this set of blue and red dots here on the far right is Cespedes. And this set of blue and red dots there is that's Brandon Nimmo. So from the x-axis going across this way, it is by not special training, weighted training. So I'm gonna leave a video link down in the description below of where I got all this information from. But a fellow 9 Innings YouTuber made a video about how to calculate weighted training as well as pitcher training. And from what I got, I'm only using the weighted training special on my diamonds that are level 20 out of 20, just because I can know, okay, they've got blue skills, this guy doesn't have blue skills, and it's just easier. And then going up in the Y, going upwards this way, that is OPS-ish, because ranked training doesn't give you an exact OPS. It gives you hits, at-bats, home runs, and on-base percentage. So it's just a calculation, a guesstimate of what the OPS is. So as you guys can see, a significant drop-off, even though it's kind of hard to tell. I have my stats up here. Asdrubal Cabrera, his weighted training didn't change in between the 2 weeks, and he went from a 744 OPS-ish to a 593. Again, this one right here, that is Asdrubal Cabrera, those 2 dots on the right. And then you can see up here with that blue dot, that was Ahmed Rosario. He had a 433, right, weighted training, week 1. And I did some special training on him, got him blue skills. And now this red dot up here is week 2, weighted training of 437.7. And he had an OPS-ish of 1.132, which beats out week 1 by more than 200 points. Week 1, his OPS-ish was 0.902. Now over on this right side, where the highlighter has highlighted this top section, that is Brandon Nimmo, 466.60, not OPS, weighted training. And his OPS-ish for week 1 was 1.194. Week 2, he got a teeny bit better. I believe I got him from level 7 to level 8. So he then jumped from what it was week 1 to 467.3. And his OPS-ish also went up to 1.258. And then this far right, those 2 dots are Yoenis Cespedes, has the best weighted training due to the fact that the training I have on him has an insane amount of power, and based on how you calculate weighted training, that's the reason why he's the highest week 1 and 2. And the first and second weeks, he both had a weighted training of 471.2. And the first week, he had a 0.78 OPS-ish. And the second week, he had a 471.2 weighted training and a 861 OPS-ish. So the only person I saw go down was Asdrubal Cabrera, and I do believe that for like the later half of week 2, he was in down condition, so that could be a big reason why. But a person who jumped a lot was Ahmed Rosario. I think the reason that Ahmed Rosario has the big jump is because his skills are charisma BM. You could argue that this is the best combination you can get. His skills were originally gold 6 and 6 before I got his special training level all the way to 6. So now, as you can see in the special training, he's on level 7 now. Probably do that. But yeah, so I think that's the reason why, because charisma and batting machine helped, along with the fact that in my battle lineup, my club lineup I'll use, they're the exact same. He also has Cabrera, who is batting machine and master base thief in level 7 or blue. And then Joe Panic, who's master base thief in spotlight. And from what I've heard, if you have a guy with charisma up and there's a runner on base with master base thief, it greatly increases the chance of that player getting a hit due to the fact that the pitcher's stats will just decrease astronomically due to the fact that not only will charisma be in play, but either 1 or 2 master base thieves will be in play. So I remember there'd be times I'd be doing clutch hit modes and a pitcher with like a 63 overall would drop down to a 44 when Rosario's up and Joe Panic, not even Cabrera, but Joe Panic is up on base. So now, as you guys can see in my league lineup, I now have Rosario in my starting shortstop because even though he doesn't have the better stats, he has the better skills, and skills matter more in this game than stats. And then, I'm trying to see. Nemo, he just has Legend, Slugger, Instinct. Not the best, but judging by the way he plays in ranked, it's very good. Cespedes has alright skills, batting machine, full swing hitter, heavy hitter. He's my arcade guy, so that's why they're like that. He does very well in arcade. And then Cabrera you saw. So now we'll jump over to the pitching side. Okay, so now, again, the blue dots are all guys who I took note first week, and the red dots are week 2. The 2 yellow dots are guys who I had in for only 1 week. So this higher yellow dot up here, Al Leiter. This lower yellow dot was Zach Wheeler. So now let's jump into some more statistics, because it's hard to tell, but week 1, Jacob deGrom had a pitching training of 113.75. And deGrom, actually, this is deGrom, that blue dot up there. He had a 1.83 ERA, but in 305 and 2/3 innings pitched, over 300 innings pitched. That is insane. And then week 2, he's actually this red dot down there with the lowest ERA that I have ever taken track of. Yeah, it's only been 2 weeks, but his ERA was just barely over half a run. It was 0.51, but in 195 innings pitched. So, and his pitching training actually went down to 113, but I got a better training on him, which had velocity and location 1 and 2. It does have stamina number 3, but I really was just looking for velocity and location 1 and 2, so that is the reason why I kept it. Matt Harvey, week 1, he had a 115 pitching training, and he was, I believe, I'm trying to see, so Jacob deGrom was that one, so I believe he was that blue dot, like the farthest one, trying to circle it, right, that one. where that little arrow is, that one, I believe that's him. He had a .73 ERA in only 185 innings pitched. Week 2, same pitching training, 115, but this time he had a 1.1 ERA. Well, actually, now that I look at it, I also do have to take into account some relievers that I have in here. So, anyways, and this looks like a whole jumbled mess, but yeah. Week 1, Harvey had a 115 pitching training and 2, but his ERA did jump. He had 4 more innings pitched week 2 than week 1. Noah Syndergaard was 104.25 pitching training. Week 1, he had a 1.78 ERA in 197 and 2/3 innings pitched. Week 2, he had a 1.84 ERA in 141 and 2/3 innings pitched. Noah Syndergaard's only level 16 out of 16 because he had Tommy John surgery this year, so they took him out of the game. Jerry Koosman, 100.5, just barely over the 100 mark. Week 1, he had a 2.97 ERA in 215 innings pitched, and a 215 and a third innings pitched, And week 2, he had a 3.16 ERA in 188 innings pitched. I don't expect a lot out of Koosman. He's my 4th starter. He's gold, most likely to get beat up. And then the 2 yellow dots, as I said, the top one is Al Leiter, 101.25 pitching training, but a 4.05 ERA in 222 and a third innings pitched. And Zach Wheeler is a 100.25, and he had a 3.4 ERA in 124 and a third innings pitched. Then we also have some relievers. We have Edwin Diaz, who in week 2 had a 104.4 pitching training and a 1.39 ERA. But in week 1, if I'm not mistaken, he had a .59 ERA. And then Jarius Familia, week 1, he had a 110 pitching training and a .55 ERA. And this is in more innings pitched. I believe Familia was 35, and I believe Diaz was 33. Then this 105, I believe, was Hansel Robles, and he had a 1.08 ERA. And then 98, which is this one, this blue dot right there. That was whatchamacallum. That was Tyler Clippard. He had a 98 pitching training and a 3.5 ERA, week 1. Then in week 2, he had Tyler Clippard was 107 pitching training, so he had a bump, and he also went down to 2.01 ERA. Hansel Robles was 100.25, and I must have made a mistake because I said Hansel Robles was 105. I believe he was 106, but I'm not sure. Pitching training and a 1.69 ERA. Familia was 110 pitching training and a 2.4 ERA in 30 innings pitched. And Diaz 104.4 pitching training and a 1.39 ERA. So yeah, now let's go take a look at their skills. Alright, so taking a look at Edwin Diaz, I got real lucky with Edwin Diaz because I remember I had him as a silver. I got him 20 out of 20, and then I used an upgrade ticket on him. I was able to get a pretty good train. Got 13 velocity and location 1 and 2, and we got fastball number 3. And we got a good grade increase at 47, and he had a very good year. And his skills were also great. He has setup man and pitching machine. Which, if that pitching machine... Honestly, I can't really get mad at that. Like, my closer has just a little bit better skills. Granted, my closer also luckily came with those skills. Winning streak, setup man. But like, you look at Familia. Familia's skills are touch, golden pitcher, sharpshooter, which are decent, but not ideal for a reliever. And like this Seth Lugo card I have, 35 grade increase, awful. he came with just Fixer, which is like still not that bad because of the fact that I'm able to throw him in the main reliever spot. And if I'm ever losing, even though I'd rather have Clippard come in, Lugo will come in. And then Jerry Blevins just doesn't get used. He's in that long reliever role, but he's never gotten used once. Then there's Tyler Clippard, who I used some skill changes on. I was able to get Boss and Fixer, which is a very nice skill set, especially because of the fact that he is my main reliever. So I'd rather him come in than other people. And he also has a pretty good train. Got velocity 1, fastball 2, and he has location 3. But due to the fact that velocity is at the number it is the reason why I'm keeping that train. Of course, the pitcher skills. They both have touch mess. I was able to get DeGrom maxed out to level 20. Special training. As you see, I was able to do 2 different trains on these guys. I was able to get Harvey with like 22 velocity. That's insane. And 11 location. So that's 1 and 2. And then DeGrom, 17 location, 16 velocity, 12 stamina. I don't really care about that. Then we have Syndergaard, 6'9", 16, but he has velocity and fastball 1 and 2. And then we have Koosman. Syndergaard has dominant pitcher and touch, but because dominant pitcher increases velocity and fastball more when the stats are higher than location and breaking ball, velocity is 1, fastball is 2 in the training category, so that should get that. And then Zach Wheeler, just like I'm still trying to get him some skills. But yeah, that's it for this video. Kind of a different video. I've now put in this Jeff McNeil card that I got. Decent train. I'll most likely get him done again, but alright, skills, base, thief, and spotlight, which is what my other second baseman has. You guys saw Joe Panic. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I thank you all for watching. I should be done with this Wade Boggs very soon. He's at 18 out of 18. He needs a retrain, but yeah, when I'm done with that, he will be in my lineup, and then it'll just be whether I should use the next free GI ticket on one of these 2 guys. Because they're both the same stats, but it's the fact that he's a catcher, and he's a legend. So which one should I use it on? You guys can comment down below. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you like these types of videos, just comment down below. If I see enough comments that say that this was a pretty cool video and that you guys would like to see more of it, then I'll do more of it. And of course, don't forget to click the link in the description to the YouTuber who made the video to gather all the stats. And that's the only reason why this video was made. So yeah, go give him some love. And I thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all later. Peace.